here, which is a glam French style, and it has all kinds of details sculpted into the tip and then encapsulated like red and white stripes, and then there's a really pretty blue with some white little star glitters and then a glitter mix along the smile line. I hope you guys love this design as much as I do. It was seen in a sneak preview in one of my live classes because I used it as a demonstration, but if you missed that or you want to check that out, I can put links to all those videos in the description box below. So if you want to see how I painted the stars, like I said, that was actually done live, so I don't have the video for it. But it's just stars, and if you do want to see it, I can definitely link that video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! We're going to begin by sculpting the nail bed with a cover pink acrylic. As you're doing this, you really want to build up a nice thick edge or a lip on the smile line so that there is enough space that once you're doing all of your artsy stuff in the tip, you can encapsulate it, and it's not going to, the nail bed needs to be taller than everything that you're going to sculpt within the tip. So while you're sculpting this, just keep that in mind so that it doesn't end up being too thin where you have a little bit of a problem there. So drag that next bead of acrylic up and over that free edge or the smile line edge so that it adds a little bit more height to it again. And then we're going to file the smile line to make sure it is nice and smooth as well as symmetrical. So if your smile line wasn't perfect before, not a big deal. We're going to make it perfect now. So just take a hand file that is really stiff and has straight sides and give it that nice filed look. File the top of it too if you like. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It kind of depends on my mood. And then we're going to lay down a strip of white acrylic right kind of at the 1/3 from, or halfway to 1/3 up from the tip of the nail, and just kind of drag it into the shape of a stripe, but then take a craft knife that has been dipped into some of the white acrylic powder to cut those lines to make them super sharp, so that once you go and add your red between them, they have a very vivid, crisp, clean line. Repeat that for a second stripe. A little bit lower, take your craft knife once again and just kind of clean it up. Don't forget to use your brush first to kind of push that in and then use your craft knife. Otherwise, the acrylic is a little too wet and it doesn't want to cut very cleanly. And then once you have those lines all done, and if you're doing this on a client or yourself, be very careful when you're working with that knife as to not accidentally cut somebody. But we're going to get rid of any of that extra acrylic, try to clean up between those lines as best as possible, and then fill in beneath the stripes with red acrylic. So between those first two is going to have a little bit of red acrylic, and then within the tip. Just fill that in. There isn't much space at the tip, but there is a little bit. And then the rest of that is going to be filled in with a thin layer of blue acrylic. So drag that up along into the corners of your smile line, and then all the way down along that white stripe. And then really quickly, before that acrylic sets as best you can, we're going to be placing some white star glitters into the blue acrylic. And like I said, try to do it quickly before the acrylic sets. If it does happen to set before you get done, just lay down a little bit of clear acrylic to act as glue. But then I'm going to take some of just a Patriotic glitter mix that I have that's a favorite of mine, and I'm going to lay that down right along the smile line to create a nice little blend from nail bed into those stars into the stripes. So it has a nice fade and it gives it a little bit more of a glam effect to it. And whenever I do these encapsulated French tips, I really want them to be really glamorous. And then I'm going to, once all that has set up, I'm going to be filing the stripes that are at the tip of the nail to reveal that nice, crisp, clean lines between the red and the white. So just take your e-file and just really, it's pretty quick actually, but just take and file those away a little bit. And then after that's done, you can remove any dust if there's any that's hanging out on the nail, and then encapsulate this with a layer of clear acrylic. When you are encapsulating this, make sure that you do it in small sections, not try to do it all at once. You want to make sure that your acrylic is slightly more wet than you may usually use it, so it has a nice clarity to it and there won't be any little air bubbles or air pockets. Especially too when you're going around that glitter mix, as the glitter can be a little bit of rough texture and you want the clear acrylic to settle in and around all those glitter pieces. Then file the nail into shape with your e-file to make sure it is nice and smooth and perfect. And then after this, I did paint some stars on it, and that was actually done in a live class, so I don't have video footage of it, but I can put a link to that live class in the description box below. Apply some gel sealer over those painted stars, and this nail is done. It looks so beautiful and so shiny, and that little encapsulated part of this nail just looks so, bright and vivid and intense, and I love how extra crisp everything looks when it's all done with acrylic in a not polished style. So I hope you guys love it, and here is the Melody Minutes.
When you shake them up and then drop them when you get really low to the table.
Good
job. All right, go for it. I'll help you. I got you. Okay, let's shake them together.
2.
You got it? Now just drop them really nice. Drop them really nice.
Has anyone ever played Farkle with a toddler? It is exercise. But I hope you guys love this video, and don't forget to click subscribe so you'll make future videos as well.